Good morning, Spartans. My name's Alyssa.
My name's Sean.
Today is June 6th. What else is today, Sean?
Oh, today's the anniversary of D-Day. We'd like to thank all the soldiers. Over 10,000 men lost their lives on Normandy Beach to secure our freedom. We thank them every day, especially today.
Yes, we do thank them every day, especially today. Today is a high of 78 and a low of 58. Have a good day, Spartans. Hold on strong, because we have 2 more days left of school.
They're both half days.
They're both half days. We believe in you. Have a good day, Spartans. Let's go meet our anchors in the stadium.
Thanks, Alyssa, for that great introduction.
Let's go over to Landry and Rumsey to see what they have to say.
Hey, Mr. Landry. I've had like 7 people ask me what they're supposed to do with their Chromebooks this week.
7 people? That's it?
I mean, something like that.
Do you want to collect them?
I do not want to collect Chromebooks.
I don't want to collect them either. So I'll tell you what, why don't we just let them keep them at home this year?
Oh, that is a
What do you
super
think?
good idea. So then I don't have to collect them?
No.
And I don't
Nor
have to
do I.
hand them back out in the fall?
No, because they're just going to bring them back with them. But
Same Chromebook?
Same Chromebook, same charger, same case, same everything.
So they can keep them all summer.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea. We are so smart.
Yeah, I'm glad we came up with that.
That saves us a lot of time.
Hey, should they keep it in their car so that way they have it already ready for them when they come back in the fall?
I think it might cook.
Oh.
I don't know what the technical term for that is. Chromebook cooking. I don't think you should cook your Chromebook. Okay. I would take it out of your car. I would put it somewhere nice. If it was me, I'd like shove it in my dresser drawer. Then I won't mess with it again until, maybe in July you were thinking, I'll do some research. Research on something scientific. What's scientific I could research?
Let's go with genomics.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but that sounds very interesting. I did some research this morning, too, on why my fire alarms were all going off in the middle of the night. I found out that they're probably malfunctioning. That was not helpful, but Google told me, so there we were.
And that's why having the Chromebook at home would be helpful, because then you have something where you can quickly lift that up, right?
So helpful. What if my mom says, ain't no way you can have your Chromebook at home this summer?
We're not going to tell them to sneak it into the house anyway, right?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think we should tell them that.
All right, that's a good idea.
I think that if your mom says, no, we do not want to be responsible for your Chromebook this summer, that you can bring it back to school starting next Monday, bring it on into the office. We'll tag it in. We'll be able to make sure that we know whose it is, and we'll put it in storage for you to have to pick up in the fall. But otherwise, it's yours. It'll work this summer. You still shouldn't Google things that you shouldn't Google. The iBoss will be watching.
So, hang on to them.
Have a great summer, everybody. We will miss you, and we will see you in August.
All right, have a good summer.
Thank you for that information.
Let's go over to Sean and Julian to talk about the SEF.
Thanks, Evan. Hey, Spartans! The SEF is having a fundraiser with the Whitecaps.
The game is August 1st. You can get tickets at this QR code or this link right over here. Let's go play ball.
Back to you,
Back to
Tanner.
you.
Thanks, Julie and Sean, for that information.
Let's go over to Justin to talk about the rest of the school year.
Thanks, Evan. Spartans, there are 2 more days of school, and they're both half days. Wednesday will be your 1st and 3rd hour exams, and Thursday will be your 2nd and 4th hour exams. Make sure you finish up your exams and finish school strong. School will be let out Wednesday and Thursday at 10:45. Have a great day, Spartans. Back to you, Tanner.
Thanks, Justin. I can't wait for school to be done.
Let's go over to Trevor to see who got all state honors.
Thanks, Evan. Congratulations to Joe DeCorn and Luke Sadlauskas for earning academic all-state this year, both as a team and individually this track season. Great job, boys. Back to the studio.
We're going to wrap up the news with a car fentanyl special.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good day, Spartans.
Good afternoon, Spartans. Today we'll be talking about fentanyl and the dangers of it and how it can ruin and affect someone's life.
In this short documentary, we're going to hear from a couple different people.
Okay, so carfentanil. Carfentanil originally was designed to be an animal tranquilizer, so elephant tranquilizer specifically. So you can imagine an amount that an elephant would need to become tranquilized or asleep versus what a human is can take in before something negative happens. So the smallest amount can kill a person. It's an awful thing. It can be just a puff of powder that is ingested or inhaled, and it can drop a person instantly and go into respiratory distress and some pretty scary things. So I'm just going to talk about some steps in terms of what you should do if you come about someone that has taken something that is laced with fentanyl, carfentanil, and what you should do. The first thing you should do is never leave them. You should never drop someone off, leave them alone. You should call 911. If there is Narcan available, Narcan is an antagonist that reverses the effects of an opioid overdose. So that's something that actually is given. You can get that at the pharmacies. A lot of times they'll have that for free. So users, I think it's like 80% of Narcan that is administered by users. So it's not encouraged, but it also, on the other hand, is encouraged. So if you're in a position where you've developed a habit to be safe, Narcan is going to be a smart thing to have. I took care of patients in the hospital that the only time they would use is if they had Narcan available to them. So smart on one hand, on the other hand, it was, poor choices, things like that got them into those situations. So the next thing is you're going to want to keep them awake. Do not let them go to sleep. Make sure that you're talking to them, you're rubbing their sternum, you're doing anything you can to keep them awake. The next thing, you're going to position them on their side. That's going to prevent any choking or anything like that could happen. But you're going to want to keep them on their side, staying awake, and you're going to want to stay with them. So like my first point was, do not leave them. You stay with them until help gets there, until you get them to an emergency facility where they can be treated for a possible opioid overdose. So super important components that you're going to want to, in your lifetime you may see. You may not. Hopefully you never see. But if you do, keep those in mind. Don't ever leave someone alone. Get them the help they need. A lot of times, and Officer Costa can speak more to this than I can, but the legal side of it is more forgiving when you are bringing someone in. A lot of people are scared that they are going to get in trouble, but you need to be helping the people that need it before you worry about yourself. So stay aware, stay away from that stuff. It's bad news, never a good thing. Hopefully that helps.
Good morning, Spartans. I've been asked to talk a little bit about what most people call fentanyl, actually carfentanil, which is a bigger problem we're having out there. A microdose of that can be very dangerous and it can kill someone. We have reports where police officers basically just open a little package, whatever was in the air, knock them down, almost causing death. Please be very careful. They're lacing a lot of things with carfentanil nowadays. That includes marijuana and other drugs. And it's definitely a crisis that we're having right now because, like I said, every little minuscule piece of carfentanil can be dangerous and can be lethal for you. If you guys have any questions regarding that, please come and get a hold of me in the office. We can talk about that a little bit more. Don't take anything that's offered to you. It doesn't matter how much you trust that person. You don't know where the substance came from. Even if it's some sort of pill that looks to be legit, still don't do any of that because it could be laced and it could cause death.
Sparta High School, Mr. Crawford here at the tennis courts. I just want to warn you about carfentanil. Stay away from it. The smallest amount can ruin your life or even kill you.
Say no to carfentanil.
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 Hey Spartans, we're going to talk a little bit about this graph. This graph is showing the deaths caused by drugs containing fentanyl ever since 2000. You can see in the graph spikes around 2020 when the outbreaks of fentanyl first started to begin.
Every year since 2020, 80,000 plus people have lost their lives. Synthetic opioids are highly addictive to an individual. Please be safe out there. Your life matters. You are not alone. Contact someone if you have an addiction. You can beat this. We are in this together. Thanks for listening to that information, Spartans. Please remember, if you're ever struggling with addiction, reach out to someone. Doesn't matter who, just let people know, or you can even visit this link. There's people that love and care about you, and they would hate to see you go.
Great summer, Spartans. We love and appreciate every single one of you. Stay safe, Spartans. Okay.
To Joe, wait, was it Joe or Zach?